Welcome back, everybody, to Souls 2. Should we talk to this hag?
Buy something. Anything. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
Ah, the traditional insane laughter of Dark Souls. You gotta love it. Now, what is she selling? She's got more axes, which we could potentially use. She's got a bit of armour, maybe. What's this? It's a key. Key to the blacksmith shop in Majula. We shall have that, thank you very much. And she's got some spells as well. Now, should we talk to her some more? Let's see what's going on. Melentia.
You're a stranger to this land. Or we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gone and run off. Dranglake's been up a pile of rubble since the war fought long, long ago. And the giants crossed the sea.
The giants crossed the sea, so this Forest of the Fallen Giants might have been the final battle where the giants came over and tried to invade.
Like the battles would never end. Poor folk like myself have nary a place to sleep. That's why I keep all me things right with me. You may travel light, but methinks you bear a burden of your own. They say these trees grew from the remains of the giants. From each carcass sprouting new life growing into what you see now. But you know what they also say? Don't believe what an old hag says. It's high time that I pick up a moose. I've a bargain for you next time we meet back up. Thanks kindly.
Lovely stuff. Hag befriended. And we've exhausted all her dialogue specifically so that she will move in the future. A locked door. Doesn't look very locked. Well, I mean, it did look locked, but at the same time, it looked pretty easy to get through. Hey, it's a crystal lizard. And we've missed it.
Hey, the daft ass.
Lame. We need a torch as well, though, so let's go grab a torch. That's better, we can actually see in here now. Look how dark it goes when we open the chest. They really made a big thing of darkness mattering in Dark Souls 2 when they were developing it. And in the early dev builds it really did matter. But then, whether they ran out of time or budget or what, probably both, they found that they had to scale it back. So when Dark Souls 2 released and it didn't look like the early trailers, people were pissed. But now in Scholar, they've made the darkness matter more, so it's closer to the original plan. Which is nice. We don't want any sneaky boys behind doors, thank you very much. But we will take a small white soapstone, which will let us get summoned into other areas, I believe. Although it's not the large one, which lets you get summoned in for a little while. We'll get Divine Blessing as well. Now, let's see if we can't get that crystal lizard. Jumping attacks might do it. Although, what am I... Oh yeah, the heavy attack one-handed seems to be a pretty good downward swipe. Assuming it doesn't scuttle into the corner and disappear. There we go. 2 Titanite Shard. We'll be able to start upgrading our axes soon. This axe, by the way, Barry has named Shania. Now, our next stop is going to be probably out here. We'll do a bit of exploration, I think, in this little area, because it's kind of its own thing, this area. Yeah, I heard you coming. I was just slow to react is all. But you didn't get me.
Fine.
I mean, you totally got me. I almost died. But, yeah.
Take notes.
You're less of an issue. The mate could have caused a trouble there, but thankfully we just swung wildly. Oh, we got 2,000 souls. I should do something about that. But first, items. Another effigy is always welcome. This bit's probably safer to walk all the way down rather than try and drop, because of the bad dudes. Life gems are always welcome. And we'll continue to work our way down to the ground floor. So, do we just drop off the edge here and hit someone? Is there anyone down there? No, we do have to just stroll down the tree, I think. But that's fine. This lad wants a piece. And he can have a piece. When I time the jumping attack buttons right. Or maybe I just won't. Got him, eventually. This guy's chill. He's just like, yeah, I never liked Frank anyway.
Fuck off, Frank.
Hello. Throwing knives. Now, if they were throwing axes, we might be onto something. But no. Can I attract your attention, one of you? Good. Very kind. More throwing knives, I guess. And we've got there, if you can see him, a big armoured boy. And there we've also got a big armoured boy. Is there any treasure in here?
I'm acting astonished.
Yeah, that's why you don't sneak up on big armoured boys, by the way. I should have clarified that before I did it. But I wasn't actually expecting to get squished. Ah, swing and roll, that's the way, but I was too slow. But yeah, swing and roll, swing and roll. No backstabs. Oh, come on, I rolled. These guys are slow though, so you can get away sometimes with life gems whilst you're fighting them. Let's just not lock on. Ugh. This fight is not going well. I mean, he's almost dead, but still. I think we'll lock back on. Gah. He's only one hit away though, so let's gamble. We were lucky. We were lucky that second swing was in range. So yeah, don't mess with these guys, they're tough, especially when you've got a basic ass axe.
Blood and stomach pills.
But now, what fat loot do we get? It's a shield. We fought that guy for a shield. That looks dangerous. But before we go in there, we've got to deal with this lump. Okay, well, Estus now. Why not? There we go. Swing and run. Works better if he's not doing his big swings like that. And he's pretty much down. See, we're already learning. That guy was much easier. And now this guy should be no problem. So what's going on down in the old tunnel here? Looks a bit dangerous, you know.
Oh, wait.
Thank goodness we had invincibility frames whilst we were opening that door. Are we going to get sneak attacked? I feel like we are. Maybe not. Oops, didn't work out for that guy. Sucks to be him. But we got a fire longsword. And given as we're not getting sneak attack, let's just go. We'll leave that item behind. It's probably just a soul item or something unimportant. Instead, we can pop up this ladder and return to our bonfire. That's that little optional side bit dealt with. And yes, we come back along here. And then we can drop in through the window, which puts us back here. Just below where our archer friend was. And yeah, oops. Firebombed on the ladder, that's just uncouth. But yeah, we can drink our last Esters because we're back. Maybe now is a good time to pop to Majula. Because we can open the blacksmiths. I'm not sure why Melentia had Leningrad's key, but there you go. And we'll certainly take that short bow for pulling enemies later. Sounds like an absolute plan. And then if we rest again, I believe our lad is back in his shop. Lovely. But before we upgrade any weapons, let's have a look at leveling up, shall we? This can only be done at the Emerald Herald in Souls 2. So you can't do it at any bonfire, which is why you can teleport from bonfires. Because otherwise it'd be a pain to get back in. More strength. This sounds promising. And we've still got 1400, so... that was a misclick. I'm dreadfully, dreadfully sorry, Leningrad. Yeah, I know it's dangerous work, I just bopped you.
A man ought to labour with his... not robo... oh, what is it? Not equipment. Let me have it.
Lovely. So, we can repair, we can reinforce. Where's Shania? There she is. And now she's +2. This should mean some ground damage. And that's why I think it was worth popping back here right now. But now we can go back and explore a bit more of the forest, I think. Yeah, don't know if I showed you this when I was here before, but there is in fact a ladder also in this room, so that's going to allow us to drop down and see what's going on elsewhere in the forest. You're going to be a dick, aren't you? Yep. Not now, you're not. You, on the other hand, with your bloody halberd. Ah, how... Right, I was trying to backstab that guy. And yeah, that didn't work. We died. Such is the way of the souls. And now we're going to look minging. Yeah, that's the Barry that we'll be using for most of this playthrough. Hollowed out, nasty Barry. Right, let's get those souls back. Should we deal with Halberd guy first? I don't think we can, because if we get close enough, this guy will get up. So let's take that guy out. And yeah, it's really hard to get around and backstab him. I'm just going to have to do him in. Lesson learned, kind of, after 2 attempts, pretty much. This guy is a sneaky blackguard, so he can go down. And there's a locked door. This door is also locked, by the way. Or maybe it's just locked from this side. But this way, it's nice and wide open. Oop. A lot of sneaky guys lying on the floor in this early area. It's really helping teach you to keep your eyes open. And we're just going to pop back up and grab a torch, I think. I think we've got like 40 seconds of torch left. Oh, we picked up another one somewhere because we've got 5 minutes. All the better. So yeah, you know I mentioned about fall damage being worse in Souls 2. That's how bad it is. Can't believe that. That ladder is pathetic compared to a Souls 1 ladder. And yet, instant death. Right. No messing around this time for you, my son. Get staggered. All I wanted to do was light up this little lantern thing before I move on. Is that too much to ask? Well, I mean, I guess it was, because it got me killed. But now, a fog door. And a new area. So, let us work our way up to the top first of all. We'll come back and explore all down there momentarily. But first I want to work my way across to the edge here. Now, more of these big boys is always fun. Especially if we can persuade them to do that. Gotta love explodey barrels. Yep, try not to fall. Now, there's a lad up there that throws firebombs. Which means we need to tread carefully. But there's also a bunch of fireballs by this wall. And there's also this guy who's just going to get in our way. Oh, come on, how did that not explode? And I haven't even put my firebombs on my shortcut menu yet. Come on, firebomb guy, do your thing. Ah, God, I'm gonna die. Oh, I actually died. I thought I had time to get my Estus off. All I wanted him to do was firebomb those barrels at the end. Guess if you want a job doing, you've got to do it yourself. Now, I'm probably going to have dragged some enemies up here with that reckless little run that I've done. But maybe they'll get caught in this explosion. Or maybe I haven't, actually. Maybe you are safe to just recklessly sprint up there.
Get at me.
Now, we've got our own firebomb this time. You gonna come up, friendo? Yeah. Fuck it, let's destroy it. Bam! We blew a hole in the wall and it only cost us our own life. That's a fair trade, because we got a shortcut. And there's our souls, lovely. That should lure up at least one lad. And then there's one down there we can probably take out. And now it's just Firebomb Boy. No, we can't really take him out that easily without going up there. And if we go up there, things are going to happen.
Horrible! Horrible things are going to happen!
So maybe we'll just move past him if we can. And head down and explore this little bit. Oh! Didn't mean to fall onto that branch. But I guess we're here now. Got ourselves a torch. And we can... Whoop. Oh! Shit. Yeah, we've brought down the big turtle boy. That's not promising. And yeah, we're now going to get shot to shit from all sorts of angles. This isn't good. Yeah, that's the trouble with these robes as well, is they're not very good for the old damage reduction. Ugh! Well, that was a cluster all round. Yeah, don't bring the Turtle Knight with you. It's not big or clever. Methinks we'll ignore the shortcut for the moment and come in via the bottom route. There goes half our health immediately, thanks to that fucking fall I just took for no good reason. Oh, come on. Just let me get some swings in, you horrible buggers. You can afford to be risky in Souls 2 most of the time, because you got life gems. So yeah, it's coming from the bottom. No Turtle Knight nonsense this time, please. Now, how do we get across sensibly? Can I just...
Oh,
Oh, I can! Ninja skills! Now, don't get shot. Am I safe from most of the arrows over here? Yes. And now I can go to where I was planning to go to, which is over this roof and onto this here platform. Because this leads down to this here platform. Any guys behind me? No, not this time. But there's a tunnel. Caution is the way forward there. And now that we're not going to get squashed by rocks, unlike that poor sod, we can head on up and see what's going on up here. Yeah. Herbs. Now, what have you got to say for yourself, mysterious chap?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler, like yourself. I'm navigating the continent to create a map.
Good for you.
Why cartography, you ask? Well, when I first came into this forsaken land, it was... a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus, but I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps. I came to this land some time ago. Drangleic, the Lost Kingdom. Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there. I've made it my temporary home. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map. I believe that it's a map of Drangleic. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes. Yes, that's it. Wait. No. That wasn't. Then what? I don't seem to recall.
So yeah, this guy's basically losing his memory and going hollow.
Were you looking for that map? Wonderful. Then you're fascinated by maps, just like me.
Oh, I'm fascinated by maps.
Shame on you. You should have told me before. Here, take this. A key to the mansion. What a joy to meet a kindred spirit out here.
Excellent. So we've got a key to the old big mansion in Majula, next to that well where we got the Estus shard. So I'm sure that will come in handy. And that's pretty much all we needed from this optional little side bit. So maybe we'll loop around. We will open that door that can only be opened from the one side, and then we'll probably call it an episode. Oh, we've got a good chunk of souls here. Maybe we've got enough to do the cool thing that I wanted to do. So we'll pop back to Medulla, actually. Now, let's see. Can we get 15 strength? We can. Which means I'm pretty sure we've got what we need to do something very special. So, 2 axes. Yes. When you've got 1.5 times the strength and dex requirements for a particular weapon, you can start power stancing it, which means you can dual wield. This is Barry 2's special ability. You can't power stance in Souls 1 or Souls 3, so this is Barry 2's signature move. Double swinging axes all day, baby.
Or be prepared to reap the whirlwind, gentlemen.
We've even got some XP left, but while we're here, let's pop into the old mansion, because I believe there's an Estus shard in there that's very useful for us. Mind the pit, by the way. I didn't mention it earlier, but as you can imagine, based on what's happened in this episode, that fall is pretty much lethal. For now. So, let's have a poke around the old mansion, shall we? There's an item down here in this corner. And that's a Pharos Lockstone. Kind of a keystone that can be used in various spots around and about the world. We'll see them in action later on, many times. Upstairs we've got 1 item as well, I think. In a chest in this room. Titanite shard and a torch, very nice. 3 of each, actually. Even nicer still. We can upgrade the old axes again, probably. The second axe is called Faith, by the way. We're wielding Shania and Faith at the moment. And let's see them in action against the Skelly Boy. Pretty good. Pretty good damage. I mean, yeah, we're getting pasted, but that's because Skelly Boy is pretty hard for a low-level character. But we got him. And we got ourselves a nice human effigy as well. And there's the Estus shard flask I was looking for.
Wait, what?
There's also a chest in here which contains bonus items like pre-order items and stuff. You could get a blue katana in here for a while for some reason, but now it's just got a soul vessel. And yeah, maybe we could bring a torch down here, but the main thing is we got ourselves the Estus shard. And a bit more souls. So maybe we can start leveling up that adaptability. Make our rolls a bit stronger. So, we now got 3 Estus. Which is very nice indeed. And now, because we don't need any more strength right now, I don't think. Let's... Yeah, adaptability is really low at the moment, so that affects our agility and some various resistances. Agility is still at 85, but our poise goes up, which is nice. And now we should go back to the old forest. Yeah, this is the way we'll go. And yeah, there's a bit of a wind up on the old dual wield attacks. That was impatient. That right there. Should have lured in the old first guy. Dealt with him. I can still use single attacks though, even though I'm power stancing. If I just need a quick swing, I've got it. But yeah, for now, we lure in chap 1. You gonna do anything, my friend? Nothing major, it seems. I hate these shield guys. In any Souls game, I hate the shield guys with a passion. Although the halberd guys in Souls 2 as well. Highly annoying. But yeah, as long as I get the hit in. it all goes well. Down the ladder we go, and into the lower parts of the forest. Now, there's a lot to do down here. There's a chap over there, it seems. There's a hole there. And down here we've got some sort of barrel contraption area. We've also got this guy just lurking there. Yeah, we've got lads up there. We've got a lad over here in the corner. And lots of firebombs being thrown. We're going to explore that a bit more thoroughly later on. Firstly though, I just want to get this shortcut unlocked, because it's nice to have, you know? Where'd you come from? Get out. I'm trying to have a scrap here. Quick sup. And yeah, you will just die already. Ah, they're so quick on those spear things and they just track so well. Get stabbed in the legs. Awful, man. Life gems and homeward bones in case we need to port back to the old bonfires. But for now, we'll just deal with you. And yeah, backstab does the job nicely. We can light that up in a bit. There used to be a lizard in here, I think, but now it's not here. Yeah, this lizard moved to the room above Melentia when Soul's Scholar came out. But there is a leather shield, I believe, down here. Let's have a look. And a life gem. Good, it was worth it then, because the shield is obviously useless for an axeman like Barry too. But lo, here is the door. The door which was closed from the other side. And now we've pretty much covered all the shortcuts that we need to unlock in this fair forest. And now we're going to die. Or are we? Can we get up the ladder before old Halberd takes a swing at us? Just about. And there you have it. That's another episode in the books, I think. We've unlocked all the shortcuts. We've got the lower parts of the forest to explore next time. And yeah, that is exactly what we're going to do. I'll see you in a bit, guys.